There's one sentence that you can say in any sales conversation, and if you say it in the first 15 minutes, in the first text, with the first carrier pigeon, it causes people to buy. If I could tell you what it is, I would tell you, and it's different for every person and every situation. I teach it to all of my clients. The symptom of that is that they purchase, or the symptom of that is if you're at the emergency room with your kids, that you get quality care. Or the symptom of that is that you get a life beyond your dream. I was the self-crowned worst salesperson in the world, and now I'm thought of as the world's most sought-after sales coach. And it's because of exactly what I'm going to show you, no holds barred, in this video. There are reasons why folks you'll see on the next page, Mike Michalowicz and a bunch of people that it makes me really uncomfortable to reveal, regard me in the way that they do. There's a genius way to sell, and it's very simple. And it is not something that I was born with, but it's a tool and a skill set that you can learn. If you watch, you will see what has created the absolute highest end of sales for not just me and my clients, but the hundreds of thousands of people who've consumed my sales information. I've helped thousands of businesses in nearly every industry with sales. You want to think about sales like a spiritual conversion. You really want to think about it as an awakening, where someone comes being one way and leaves being another. It only helps prevent rescission, change people's lives, decrease returns, because you're not just aiming for them to say yes, you're aiming for them to be changed. And it leads to conversations that feel fabulous as a salesperson and get outstanding reviews. Most of us got into business because we have some amazing skill or some amazing product or some amazing service, and we want to change the world. In order to do that and get freedom in your life, though, you're probably doing all of the funnels, launches, and everything everyone else does. And the number of people that fail with those things is tremendous. So what we really need to know is that your sales needs to be at the level of transformation. It needs to actually change people's lives during that process. And we can talk more about marketing also, because your marketing really is a replication of your sales. But at the end, you can get all the leads you want to the final page. And if they don't move forward, you don't get results. Even though we feel like sales is this weird, odd thing that we'd rather not do, it can be the most empowered, even if it's by text messages, thing to move people forward. I was texting with clients late last night that are doing huge, unspeakable here things. And it's like one sentence by text. One sentence by text changes everything in their sales process. You need that, and this will show you that. When I had sold things for 20 years, I'd sold well on Madison Avenue and in real estate, and a lot of sales people trained because I was nice and fast. I was sort of like most salespeople. I was a good waitress. That's not changing anyone. And the amount of sales that I dropped during the tens of millions of dollars and 50,000 sales conversations that I had is actually, as I think about it right now, really profound, and something that I probably, I mean, it is what it is, but my conversion rate, if it had been double, you don't have to do that. And one single sales conversation after I'd sold $724,000 of yeses in a week with a phone, someone did one thing that changed my life. I had a salesperson in the room. We were just trying to listen into his sales. And I had the salesperson leave, and I bought, which I never really did, because not only have I been sales averse in my life, but I've been purchasing averse prior to this. And the one sentence that he said is something that I would give to you right now if I could, and it's super specific for you. It's based on psychographics, it's based on market research, it's based on people's experience of your brand. It's not so simple. I have a client who we shot video for in another language that I do not speak. Edited, produced, all of it. And in another language, she's able to convey that in a way that we're able to move people forward because of the spirit of that sentence. And so if you click the link, we'll certainly show you that. It's a new part of the training that I've never released before. It's the one sentence that people say that causes outcomes, that will keep people awake in bed at night when they don't really want to move forward or purchase from you. It's the one sentence that will haunt them forever if they don't change their life. And if you have a life-saving offer, or even just a fun offer, or an offer that gets people freedom, don't you want to motivate them to move forward? You could skip much of the follow-up if you just use this one sentence, because people will come back to you. The truth will set your sales free, but you got to figure out really what that truth is. This is a process that took 30 years for me to figure out, and we have distilled it down into 7 modules that you can give to a sales team, you can utilize yourself, you can implement into any sales page. And it's specifically because it contains only the elements that are necessary in order to move people forward. God says to me, sell sales, and I say no. And I lost because do you know what? God knows how to use this sentence too, unfortunately. So if you want the sentence, and if you want the 7-step process that will totally change your life, clients most often say they get a life beyond their dreams when they work with me. This is radically different than what you've seen. And it has extraordinarily precise pieces in it that will tell you exactly what to say. It could set your soul free. So, click the link. The amount of loss that you have from not increasing your sales in whatever capacity, even if it's getting your children to eat green beans, is so tremendous that it's profound. How much do you sell now? What if you could sell 50% more? What if every year for the next 5 years, your team could sell 20% more? What does your legacy stand to lose if there are all those people who are out there that need you, 7/8 of the way sold on you, and you just give up? Don't give up. Sales is love at its simplest form, and if you remember nothing else from this video, remember that you are worthy of sales. Love yourself. Let yourself sell more. It's the most self-loving thing you can do. And yes, there are ways inside where we can work with you personally, but we are really freaking picky. You've got to sell me on you, so feel free to try that too. But you got to make it through this first gate. Now, when I tell you about clients, I'm going to tell you that they're highly irregular, and these are not normal results. These are very specific, based on a specific person, their work ethic, and even more than work, because this doesn't require a lot of work, their desire and ability to change. Look at people like Liv, who, oh my gosh, came and was selling $3,000 packages. It's really profound when she says to me that I taught her sales. It's like such a freaking joy. You can look at people like Yumi, who prior to coming to me had a fabulous body of work. Her skill set hasn't changed, but what has changed is her ability to move people forward. There are people like Courtney, who was ready to throw in the towel, which would have been such a loss to the world because she is so profound. This is not learned from someone. This is not something that someone else is able to teach. This is super specific. And it's based on you or your brand or your widget. Sales is easy. It's a learned skill. It is not hard. I will show you all the things. You want to learn to get free. The easiest, fastest way for you to thrive and help more people in the world is have the thing that you provide in more hands. That process, unfortunately, is called sales. Sales is marketing. Like, if sales is the last thing that happens before the person gets it, marketing is the thing before it. You got to fix the sales first, but the sales influences the marketing. You'll be able to see on the next page all the things that I have done here unconsciously that are identical in the sales process to this marketing. You need that. And so we're just going to call this Get Free. We're not going to call it sales anymore. We'll just keep it between you and me. It's a secret code. Sales is love. Love moves people forward. You need to move forward to get free. If you have all the leads in the world and you can't close them, it's a tremendous loss. If you have all the leads in the world and you're only closing half of what you could, what is that loss? That's what we're talking about here. This really is sales at the highest level, not just because it can sell things that are at the highest level, but because it is strategy that is done in the most condensed time for the highest level of results, because you're built for more. You're built for so much more than the struggle that you have right now. And sales is such a weird, freaky thing to be the thing to set you free, and it will. And so you should. You won't figure this out on your own, I promise. Otherwise, you would have figured it out already. It's that simple. And if I could tell you exactly the things that you need to know, I would tell you right here in this video, but I can't, because it's like seeing the back of your hair. You don't have any idea what it looks like, and we need each other. Now, if you want to get in conversation with us about how to, and you really want to understand you're not supposed to say this in sales, so breaking all the rules. There's a way that we can show you personally, because it doesn't take very long to be able to see the back of your hair for someone else, and that'll be after the first page. Sales is the easiest way, increasing the rate of people who not just purchase from you, but actually change, is the easiest way to have greater impact in this world. It's exponential. If your team learns it, if your sales manager learns it, if you learn it, it will impact like your grandchildren's ability to get help if they need help. There's a very specific way that we have learned not to say what we need and not to receive. And just so you don't think this is woo-woo, there are really key ways to upsell, downsell. And there are really simple words like, if you want people to pay in full, just saying, there's a discount for pay in full if you'd like to hear it. People with cash will say, yes, because it's a financial choice. Old school sales doesn't work anymore. No one wants to be pushed. And if you're training people or allowing people in your business to do old school sales, you are burning through relationships, partnerships, possible influence, impact, and income that you have no idea about. Sales is transcendent. Like, your skill level is magnificent, so why isn't your sales? You can give this to your kids. I feel like if my kids understand the value of being able to take someone from disbelief to belief, from fear to faith, from stuck to unstuck, that's what this path is in the middle. And we've mistakenly thought that it has to do with money or it has to do with manipulation, but it's not. It's latency. We're in a sales like frozen neurological state. Your nervous system needs you to be in sales activation. So my intention here is to activate you. It is truly born of, oh my gosh, so much distaste for sales that I don't even want to be selling this to you today. Your sales need you. Your children need you. Would you ever say to your kids, oh, sweetie, you're not worth it? Go sit down and don't try. No, this is an option to get you free. The legacy you can leave is to receive.
I can't say the dollar amounts because, I don't. But it is like, oh my God, like John and I, like I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. We're so blessed. Yeah, we're so blessed. So working with Lindsay has been profound, not only for me spiritually as a human being, but for my family. Like, she saved my family. And I wouldn't be able to do the work that I do with clients for their families if it wasn't for Lindsay. So thank you, Lindsay. I've made back everything that I've invested and more and some. And I have the most aligned business in terms of being able to spend time with my family, do the work that I love, and serve at my highest, and it only gets better.
I've been working as a media and entertainment lawyer in New York City. I've worked with some amazing people and done cutting-edge deals for talent like Frank Sinatra and Mary J. Blige and big media companies like Amazon and Sony Global Digital.
She really cuts to the heart of it with you and pulls forward your genius. And her mission of helping people serve at a higher level is really amazing, and it's changing my life. She can help you. It's really much more than I ever expected, and a bargain at the price.
I will be very honest. When I recorded this, I thought, I'm doing this so I never have to train a salesperson again. I've trained so many, and I thought, I'm just gonna be done. And so the first hour is actually all I expect salespeople to watch, because I've been in sales for 30 years, and we don't wanna learn, we don't wanna listen, we don't wanna wait. And so even if you just listen to the first hour alone, I have packed everything in it that's possible, assuming that you might not listen to the rest. Though I will say, the new module on the one sentence that sells everything is probably my best yet. One of my favorite stories is Gina. She came to me and she felt like, wow. It's so funny because I see your value. It's my superpower, and she didn't see hers. And so her husband said, don't buy from that woman. And then one night at dinner, he said to their friends, buying from Lindsay was the smartest thing that she ever did. And she said, I thought marrying you was. And it's so interesting because what sales is indicative of often is an internal value issue. There's one little paper trick that I taught Gina that she used all of the time, and they bought a dream house that they named after me. That's my favorite part about sales. I don't really care about the thing that happens on the other end, but I do care that you get free. Because in your life, you're gonna run out of time. And you can add all the systems and widgets and AI and automation and outsourced teams and in-house team and all the things. But you won't get free. He says, you like my office? That's my friend. I do. I like his office. Here's what the sales process looks like when fully complete. So Martin came to me and was doing amazing things, but you could tell there was more. And so he had a digital agency, and he can tell you more about it, and you'll see a bunch of other people on the next page. And now he DJs for like Fortune 100 companies. He has sold so many huge people that we'll probably have to like flash it on the screen. I can't remember them all.
I'm now working with companies like, let's see, Amazon, Nike, Google. I mean, I remember being on those initial calls and people were talking about six-figure packages, and I was like, that seemed like, I don't know, the farthest thing in the world to me. I was trying to get people to sign up for a couple $1,000s a month at the time. And so now it's funny that I'm actually just finishing up some calls about six-figure packages. And Lindsay has not only figured out how to see that in people, she's turned that into a process where you can follow and it actually makes sense. And you step through this process, and I've learned how to sell without selling by just helping people go through a transformative process such that they can see where they are now and where they need to end up. And then once they figure all that out, that's really what they're coming to me for. If you want to be impactful in the world, you want to go out and leave a legacy for your family, you want to make a bunch of money. If you don't want to find out what's standing between you and those things, then don't show up, because Lindsay is going to let you know, and the processes that she's put in place are going to help you figure those things out. So, hey, it's crazy, but I'm so thankful that Lindsay came into my life, and that I now have her processes to guide me. I can kind of hear her voice in my head sometimes telling me what the next step is. and how to move forward, and I'm so grateful for it.
I get that this is not the normal thing that you do here. I get that you don't normally click these things. And the ocean tells me to give. And it tells you to receive. It's time. You can give this to your team. You can give this to your mom. I know that if there's not a price tag on it, you won't do it. And you need to do it.
Love this woman. I couldn't recommend her more highly.
Lindsay Wilson taught me how to fish. The sales skills alone that Lindsay has taught me has taken my pretty good, I would say before, sales game to amazing, and I'm going for ninja level, so I'm gonna keep at it and I'm gonna keep working with her until I feel that I've reached total ninja levels.
I'm completely grateful because the thing that I got from Lindsay is free time.
Working with Lindsay had been the most miraculous process for me.
She's a genius. She's doing it like no one else does it.
She actually cares that I get results.
Lindsay is the best in the world, in my opinion, of being able to create your marketing in a way that's really authentic to who you are, how you want to show up, and it is really a reflection of the awesome results you produce for your clients. So if you're looking to fill your pipeline with high quality leads who pay in full, definitely check out Lindsay Wilson. She's the best.
I owe you a debt of gratitude that I don't know how to pay.
What's the number value of what an increase in sales would mean to you? So let's just look at, even if you quantify with lives saved. How many lives are you saving now? How many lives could you save? The gap between those two is your sales. There's a video that I talk about wanting to save a million babies. And I save some of them, but I don't save all of them. And I need you to buy this so that I can get to saving more kids. It's time. It is absolutely imperative that you step up with me. It's absolutely imperative that both of us step into the place of transcendence where we can save folks. Even if it's just saving them time, even if you sell something that saves them from hitting their hammer on their thumb, even if you're saving just yourself, I'm okay with that today too. But there is absolutely no excuse for you not to sell. If we think of all the people in the world who are 7/8 of the way sold, and you're not closing that last eighth, and you think it's about you, or you think it's about your team, or you think it's about the thing you're selling, dude, it's about your sales. Let's sell. Let's go. It's time. Click the link. Your mother said to. Not really, but you should click the link anyway. Click the freaking link. What are you waiting for? Do you want to understand the reason that most people don't sell? But most people don't sell because of that voice in their head that is like their mom's voice that says you're not worthy. That is not true. It's actually a lie. You are living your sales life based on a lie. And the world will not receive you and all the gifts that you have, be you an orthodontist, be you a lead gen agency. Dude, if you're a lead gen agency, let's talk, because I can help you in such a huge way, it's not even funny. You really want to understand that the requirement in this time, in order to move forward, is incumbent upon you to understand psychologically, spiritually, energetically, verbally, and metrically the exact words to say to sell. And that is what's in this. So you should buy it. You just should. And I have never said that to anyone. You should buy this. Oh my gosh. Like yesterday. At this point, I'm supposed to tell you an example of someone who we used the one sentence that sells everyone and it changed them, and I want to talk to you. I've used the sentence here. You may not get this chance again. Are you more in love with your struggle? Or are you more in love with your sales? I'm shaking. You must get free. You must get free. You must transcend at sales. Even if you give it to your team, even if you don't like people, especially if you don't like people, this is sales skills for you. So for everybody who doesn't like people or doesn't feel like they're enough or is scared, this is the solve. And we'll teach you upsells, downsells. We'll teach you all of the things. You don't even have to know what those mean. And this isn't a takeaway, but the truth is that this is my legacy. I'm only doing it because the universe told me to, and when we have sold enough of it, we will be done. So if you want a life-changing sales process that gets you joy, if you've been listening this far, you're probably curious about the price. Price is generally not something that we talk about on the front end, so we'll see how I do with this. You want to know that this body of curriculum has been sold in a $12,000 course? Yep. And so I almost said more because most of our courses are more than that now. $12,000 course, and you can get it for under $100. I can't believe we're doing it. And I know from mainly being in a high-end arena where people pay me $250,000 for an engagement that I run a huge risk by pricing this so low, so we're just testing it. The one thing we run the risk of is of you thinking that it is not powerful, and it is. It can change everything. It can occur in two ways. It can occur like this is a cost, and that's not actually true. It's a massive loss if you don't move forward here. Do you get that? Like what I'm giving you for this $99 is so much bigger. All I'm doing is requiring you to have that proverbial skin in the game. Because if I gave it to you free, you probably wouldn't consume it. And so know on the other side, we've put it together in a way that makes it so easy to consume. There, even when you click through, is a way that you can have us hold your hand and move you forward. So if you're like, yeah, I'm not buying another thing I'm not doing, I hear you. I'm astounded when people move forward with this. The first thing out of their mouth is, oh. So it's a gift given to me. I never came out here trying to be the queen of sales. Well, let's go. In addition to all the modules, we're going to give you the tool that has created more sales than anything that I've ever seen. There's a very specific thing that happenstancely has changed more sales than anything I've ever seen. This product includes everything from the 10 sentences to say to save any sale. It includes how to handle all the objections. It includes a process that feels like service, that actually will set people free, that feels good and will leave a good taste in people's mouths after they go through this process with you. Sales is not, how's the weather? Buy my thing. Sales is transformative. It is a science and an art. And we have set it in as brief words as possible to move you forward, and you will want to see every single thing. The bonuses alone, even if you're like me and you just start with the bonuses first, the amp up of your sales closing from solely those should change your life. There's a 5-minute bonus that I'm really not supposed to tell you about here, but it is called Quantify, and you want to consume it first. It's priceless. If you think about the number of sales that you're leaving on the table, just for a moment, I want you to think, how many sales in your life could you have closed that you have not closed? What is the value of those? Your sales team, if they stay where they are right now and they don't get training and help, will start to take a hit in their self-esteem, especially in the marketplace now, because it's different. Your copy, your text message marketing, your AI prompts need this. All of what's in this just might save you. And if you quantify it and look at how much sales you're leaving on the table, what would it be worth to you to sell one more person today? You could do that. You could consume this whole thing and close somebody now. Click the link. and see the bonus on the next page. It oddly is something that I've given my highest level clients who pay like huge amounts of money. And it's the one thing that within an hour, they're able to take and implement. You'll even see people in the testimonials here who've secretly given it to their sales teams before bringing me in so that they could try to learn it. And it will have impact. I'm not supposed to tell you, but here's a secret. On the next page, there's another way to get access to us also. So if you're like, I don't like info products, I feel you. And I've never done this. I think this is crazy. We'll see if we do this or not. If it tests well, we'll find out. But we're gonna give you your money back if you don't like it in the first 14 days. Now you need to consume at least the first hour, and you need to let me know a couple of key things. But it's a freaking workbook. You just follow along and fill it out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trusting you. But if you're someone who consumes it and you're like, no, then go ahead and take us up on our guarantee. Your future self, who is selling more, thanks you in advance. It's under $100. You don't think you can make $100 from learning sales from us? I've never sold something so inexpensive of my own work. Is that true? I think ever. Clients pay me $250,000. This is really worthwhile. So to go over it again, you get all the modules. Is it 8 now? It was 7 when we started this video. And now I'm including one that is new and might just change your life. You're not probably gonna get this opportunity again. I am at the height of my gift in sales and here to leave a legacy. And once this is done, this is done. And I want this for you. And I can't want this for you more than you want this for you, but you gotta wanna get free. And sales is the ticket, especially if you're blocked. Even if you are an exemplary salesperson, you really must understand that the marketplace has dramatically changed. What used to work will not continue to work. And you're gonna reach the end of your sales career and you're gonna wonder why people generations younger than you can close in a way you can't. I have virtual reality clients. This is not hard. Click the link. We've got you. We've taken away all the excuses. If you still have an objection, this is not actually a takeaway. Please don't purchase. My customer service team doesn't want to deal with you. This is for people who are willing to get free. And dude, if you don't have money for diapers, let me know. And you can apply for one of our scholarships. I needed this program so much. When I first started in sales, I would turn away cash. I thought it was integrity, and I didn't realize it was aligned with my values, and I did not value myself. Value yourself. Why didn't you click the link? I'm actually confused. If there's a reason why that I can solve, will you let us know? There are limited seats that I can sell here because on the next page, you're gonna see a way where we can help you. So if you don't do this now, oh, why does this make me want to cry? You may never get a chance. Click the link. Let's get you free. This is why I wasn't good at sales. God says it's go time. Let's go. This is time sitting here watching this video that you could be spending with your children. You are not going to run out of money. You are going to run out of time. So you need to learn an exponential way that can give you a quantum leap forward in your sales. It's actually required. God said to tell you, click the link. It's go time. There's no time to wait. This is my gift to you, and it is my responsibility to sell to you. So even though for 3 years I've said, no, I don't want to sell sales. People don't want to buy sales. Like, what kind of crazy is that? I would have given anything to sell more. With 2 small babies, my business is a testament to I just wanted to have diapers for them and was afraid. I don't know what your why is, but let's go. There are no excuses at this point. You're not clicking the link and moving forward becomes choice, and if you want to choose to fail, that's fine. It's time. Let's go.